It's been decades since Freddie Mercury's voice last echoed live across a stadium, but his presence, his legend, and his mystery have never faded. Now, at 73, Queen's elusive former bassist John Deacon has finally broken his long silence about the man behind the microphone. What he revealed wasn't flashy, dramatic, or scandalous, but it was deeply honest, emotional, and profoundly human. John Deacon has always been Queen's quiet one. While Freddie Mercury commanded the spotlight, Brian May shredded guitar solos, and Roger Taylor beat the drums with fire, Deacon stood just a few feet behind, anchoring it all with smooth bass lines and a calm, grounded energy. He was never a man of many words, but now, the man who walked away from the band after Freddie's death is finally opening up. And what he shares about Mercury will stop you in your tracks. Freddie wasn't just the frontman, Deacon said. He was the heartbeat. For John, watching Freddie perform was like witnessing a supernova in motion. Whether it was a sold-out show at Wembley or a late-night recording session, Freddie brought an energy that no one could replicate. You didn't just hear him sing, you felt it, John explained. He wasn't performing, he was living the music. But it wasn't all glam and glory. John admits that behind the scenes, Freddie was more complex than most fans ever knew. He wasn't always loud and flamboyant. He had moments of quiet vulnerability, self-doubt, and tenderness that few ever saw. Freddie gave so much of himself on stage. I think people assumed he was always that powerful, John recalled. But off stage, he had a gentle soul. He carried the weight of being Freddie Mercury but never let it show. As Queen soared to global fame, the bond between its members was tested by fame, excess, and the constant pressure to outdo themselves. But even during the band's hardest times, John says Freddie always held them together. When tensions rose, he'd make a joke. When we were tired, he'd push us one more time. He was more than a frontman. He was our glue. Deacon admits that Freddie's illness and eventual passing in 1991 left him shattered in ways he's never fully recovered from. Losing Freddie felt like the light went out, he said. Not just in Queen but in my life. I couldn't imagine continuing without him. I didn't want to. That's why John quietly stepped away from the band. No farewell tour, no press conference, just a quiet retreat from the spotlight. People thought I vanished because I was bitter or done with music, he shared. But the truth is I just couldn't go on without him. The band was never the same. Even as Queen continued touring in recent years with other vocalists, Deacon stayed out of the limelight. But behind the scenes, he never stopped honoring Freddie's legacy. He's helped manage royalties, supported AIDS charities in Mercury's name, and kept his friend's memory sacred, never chasing fame or headlines. And now, in this rare reflection, John Deacon admits something that fans have long suspected. Freddie was one of a kind. Not just in talent but in spirit. I didn't just lose a bandmate. I lost my greatest collaborator, my brother. It's not every day that someone from music royalty peels back the curtain on a legend. But in his soft-spoken way, Deacon has given us something more meaningful than any tabloid story, a real glimpse into the heart of Queen and the man who made it roar. At T73, John Deacon's tribute isn't loud, it isn't flashy, but it's real, and that's what Freddie Mercury deserved.